This is the beginning of Reality Garage's Phase 4 Chariot Challenge submission app. So the app, we just launched the app. You look around and you can't find anything, and then you hit the button, and then, there it is. There's the simulation panel. So the first thing you're going to need to do is pick, we still have our file simulation, but you're going to use the broker, and click the virtual keyboard. And so now this is where you enter the virtual, the broker address. So I'm going to enter that in. Go ahead and include the port number as well into the address, 192.168. Whoops, back. Where's the back? There's the back. 168.1.7 and then colon. And the port here, I'm using a non-standard port just to make sure all that works. Hit enter. So, but always include the port address in this. And then hit connect. And it connected. So it's ready to go. So now you'll need to go ahead and pick the simulation and the mode that we're going to do. So for this run, we're going to do the flood. Each run, you're going to have to restart the app and do all this over again. And in this case, we'll go ahead and pick the role. We'll pick Incident Commander for role. Then it's ready to go. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit play on this side first. And then this thing kind of goes, it moves out of the way. But you can look at this and it's running, but it's not received any messages yet. So now we're going to go ahead and queue our buddy over here who's going to start our message queue MQTT server thing. Okay, Adam, go ahead and hit the server, hit the play button. And there we go. So we're off.
The following is a demonstration of Reality Garage's final submission, first responder UI for the active shooter scenario. And I'd like to demonstrate if you launch our application and you can't find any panels, you can simply reorient by pushing the home button, and then the simulation panel will always pop up towards your right. And in first responder, the same is true. Yes, so use the home button to recenter things. Okay. So here again, we will set our orientation and observe spatial markers. We no longer need the controller. So if we look at our map, we'll see it's quite zoomed out, but when we zoom in, using the index finger controller, and calibrate a little bit here with the zooming out, making the OK symbol with the left hand, we will notice that these sensors are obviously in the building that will be in front of the judge. When we dock the map in active shooter for first responder, we will be locked to this position with the floor plan of the map overlaid onto the house. And it is from here that we will be able to make informed decisions about bomb threats and about victims inside the building. So here we have officers who desperately need attention. We may need to decide, okay, so it looks like there's some kind of a bomb threat in here. Suspicious object. So we need to get the bomb squad to there, but it is going to be important for us to choose our access points to this building. So if we select a door, we can start creating a route through the building by establishing ingress and egress routes. And then as you'll notice, when we place our wrist display back, we are returned to the judge's location. I just would like to demonstrate that if we are uncertain about the location of a piece of data, we can make a selection and then turn to our spatial markers to find them in world space. And now the first responder is able to assist. Chariot challenge. Here we are in the flood scenario as an incident commander, and this panel will remain behind us. You'll see it'll animate away, but it will never fully disappear. Okay, so this is the workspace of the incident commander, and we can here come and look at high-level tasks that need to be done. So if I want to go and select, and as you can see, the data is displayed here on the map. So these have alerts, so let's go and find out what's going on there. Then we will see the data from that sensor represented here on information details and be prompted to take an action if we can. So the roadway water level is well above flooding, so it's already alerted, and we're going to make an evacuation. And then the action items list will keep a running track of what needs to be done at what location and what the status of those sensors are. We have further fine-tuning here. Once you've done a task, if you want to see more data, you can go and select or deselect another sensor type, and then you can further filter things by their alert type if you're trying to get more specific. Now, to navigate the map, click near to the middle of the map and pull the trigger, and then by dragging you can manipulate the lat long of the map representation. To zoom in, use the trackpad, point at the map, and move your thumb either forwards for zooming in or backwards for zooming out. And yeah, so just going to demonstrate one more example. So here you can see our data has been replaced, but the one action item has remained selected. We can deselect that on the map if we choose, or we can leave it there so that we know where that action needs to be done. Okay, so he looks fine, but let's see how close he is to dangerous conditions. So we're leaving discretion up to the incident commander to decide how at risk this area is. As we can see, the river water level is 4.8 meters above the flood level. So we may want to order him to evacuate. Okay, the basic functionality for all tasks is the same, but there would be some action tied to critical tasks that are populated on the map when we select for certain data. And I think that concludes our flood scenario